Welcome to today's edition of State of the Matters, where top stories driving our nation will be unpacked. First, we'll bring you the headlines. Soludo's daughter appointed Anambra women's leader by City Boys movement. In another story, Boko Haram killed 27 in Adamawa attack. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, we'll dive into the discussion. Stay with us. To help us break down these headlines is Kings Ojalo, and I am Cassie Tony. It's a pleasure having you back, Kings.
It's my pleasure to be back again, Cassie. Thank you so much.
All right, it's your pleasure. Let's dive in. Soludo's daughter has been appointed Anambra State women's leader. Yeah, you know, the City Boys movement was founded in 2022 under the APC party. Then they've actually appointed her as the women's leader. What do you have to say about this? You know, before now, Benjamin Carlo actually said that Anambra State, although the governor is not a party member of the APC, but his loyalty, he sings renewed hope agenda, he breathes renewed hope, everything that he does is about renewed hope. Now the daughter has finally joined the City Boys movement. So what do you have to say about this?
Well, actually, it's not a surprising thing to me because Soludo is in an opposition of the APC, right?
Yeah.
And in the ABGA, and you know, for quite time well-being, he has been pledging support
loyalty
to the current administration, and that is why I said that it's not a surprising thing anymore. But my fear, or how will I put it, the surprising thing on this issue now is why appointing the governor's daughter when there are other high stakeholder women in that state. You understand? If you recall, the woman who was accusing Minister Umai of her money that Umai refused to pay. If you could recall her statement when she was giving a report to the press,
that politics is
she
not
said
for the
politics is not for the poor and also for grassroots. That Nigeria should have to stand up. That these people are, you know, making sure that, you know, politics becomes a thing of hereditary,
yeah,
going from lineage to lineage. That is what we are seeing. The City Boy movement, yes, is a kind of a youth forum. We know about it, founded by the son of the president, Sheyi Tinubu, and he has mobilized this to different, you know, cohesion. That is a different forum, states, and also schools. You understand, to help him spread it. I know some people will say it doesn't matter. It's now Adora, I think by age she's just age 27, 25 or thereabouts. I'm not trying to use age to determine.
But her age doesn't really matter in this context.
That is why I say I'm not trying to use, but I think there are more experienced, you know, people in this context that could be used. You understand? Yes, it's a youth forum, just like I said. But the question is, why the governor's daughter? Because
there's something linked to it, definitely.
That is what we are trying to know here. Why the governor's daughter? Why not other, probably, just as I said, other high stakeholders, like maybe a woman committee.
And she happens to be a sitting governor's daughter for
exactly.
that matter.
Why not a woman committee leader or thereabout? People who has been into, you understand, into politics in that state, people who have been into, you know, political forums and thereabouts, or probably someone, a woman leader from the ABGA coalition, the ABGA party. You get what I'm saying? So why going for the governor's daughter? You understand? So, you know, just like, you know, Nigeria political forum now, it tends to be, oh, you must be among, you know, you must be a family member, or you must be among the political society or a political lineage first before a title can be given to you. Okay, look at recently, if you look at, you know, kingship now, monarchs are now giving their titles to the president's wives, president's son, thereabout. So which means a male citizen who is striving hard to become a patriotic citizen, who is striving hard to add positive contribution to the economy of Nigeria cannot get titleship. Is that what we are saying here? Yes, let's look at it. Let's look at the fact. This is what is telling on us. You understand? The other time, this same city boy movement went about giving the so-called mind my speech, Kobi Kobana and the Kobana chief priest, who happened to be a supplier of a hot drink to the society. Now, what will this tell? To, looking at this forum, looking at this platform, city boy movement, what does it tell to Nigeria? If you recall when we discussed about these topics, the city boy movement, I told Nigerians this should be an eye opener to know the kind of people that they want to impute into power again. You understand? I'm not trying to bring out any negative thing from Adora, Soludo. That's not what I'm trying to bring out here. But I think there are people more matured who can handle this thing. You understand?
Yeah.
She is still in a very, very young youth. You understand? I think there are other things that she might want to engage in rather than to show you that politics is now becoming a thing
but
of
age doesn't really matter.
That is why I say I'm not trying to count politics. I said it earlier on
because like they said, we are the leaders of tomorrow.
The leaders of tomorrow. But why should we be passed to a state governor's daughter? That is the question here, to show you that power is now becoming a thing of hereditary. Yeah. You understand? Recall when this woman accusing Umai talked about the son of Umai buying a form from a local government chairmanship in
and he happens to be the only one that bought the form.
Is now becoming, you understand? Every sitting position governor or political leaders are now, trying to make sure that the power circulates within themselves. Why not spread it out?
All right.
You understand? So I see this. I don't think this is a welcome development. And if it continues like this, what happened to those common masses who tends to partake in the political affairs of our country and might really mean well in it? That is the questions we should be asking ourselves with this kind of
that's for
practices.
You to work hard.
Work hard. Okay, did Adora work hard for it?
She already have the money. The money there,
can you see? So which means if you are not financially buoyant, you can't partake. That is what you are trying to say, to show you that our democracy is being bought by money, which is not hygiene for a democracy. So let's take the fact here.
Thank you, Kings. This is a sad one. Like really sad one.
And we are used to
I said before,
I'm
always very emotional.
Recall yesterday I told you will hear another one again. If you could recall. So
now this particular one happened in Adamawa State. In 4 months, in four attacks in 5 months. And this time around, still in the same local government, the same village, this one, it doesn't look like it's a coincidence. It's almost like it's a normal thing that happens every single time. And this one actually affected the governor of Adamawa State because his cousin too was also involved. His cousin died too. And his village too was also attacked. And I'm like, when will our country, when will Nigeria fight insecurity? When will it stop? Is it when everybody is long dead, or is it when there's nobody to kill anymore? that the security agents will now fight insecurity in the country?
When you say until when everybody
dies,
we die before it will stop, I think I really grab that statement. It's really something anyone will ask. Is it when the entire population of Nigeria is totally wiped out? That is when insurgencies will really my condolences to the cousin of the governor of Adamawa State who lost his life. I don't want to start making an applause towards it because life matters in everything, but I think this will be an eye-opener to those governmental officials.
And I've been saying it.
And if you look at it, it is now he had vowed to justice. He retaliated that in his administration that they are not going to surrender to fear. Now, when masses has been killed in that same state, you understand that it didn't affect his relative. We didn't hear this kind of statement from the state governor. We should put that in record, though, Cassie. He did not come out to make sure that justice must take its course by all means. is always trying to say that the administration, that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, will work on it. But now that is that's why, if you recall most of my statement, I said until one of the relative of these government officials or our leaders, family members or child or relative will be a casualties of the menace happening in Nigeria, that is when, you know, they will take this matter very serious. So it's even a good thing that it didn't happen to probably his child or wife. This is even a cousin.
So he may not really feel it.
Why? Is it also a family member?
Yeah, but he won't really feel it like something that happens
to his child.
Close relationship with him.
My condolences to those who lost their life. I think 18 or to 27 of them who, you know, died on that attack, you know, that happened in a Kinchinga local government, in Kichika community in the Madagali local government area of Adamawa. Now, if you look at it, it happened somewhere again in Adamawa, I think last month. Yes, where some were kidnapped. You understand? And even the state governor denied such. Now it is clear. He made it very clear because it affected one of his relatives. Probably his relative was not there. Now maybe he would have denied it. He would have denied it to say, there was no such thing.
You know, the attack is
we have to go deep
too.
into the. That's what I'm saying. On the press, we have to go deep into the matter. Now it has been openly. It has been brought out openly. Now the total amount of people that died and total amount of people who were injured in that incident. Now my final thought on this is this. President Tinubu has talked about inaugurating state policing. Let's be honest. The governor of Adamawa State recently contributed drones and so many forest guard in order to tackle this happening. But the thing is that what has been the outcome of all these things? President Tinubu telling the Senate to make sure that state police, according to the 1999 Constitution, state police is being fully enforced. What will be the outcome? Because as from the last time I checked, state police has, you know, be occurring. Like I told you about Amatekun yesterday, you understand. Even in Edo State, they are in fact almost everyone in my state, Edo State, are becoming vigilantes because of insecurity problem. Is it here in River State? We have what they call the Oxpa, or what they call them. So what has been the effect? And the thing is, it's not all about deploying state police. It's about bringing people who are ready to safeguard life and property, people who are ready to serve. Most of them, immediately they enter that institution on that enforcement, they become corrupt. They turn it the other way around. Connive with corrupt. Some of them even have connections with this.
The IGP said there will be no more immunity.
Leave that for the IGP. Some of them are engaged. Let's be honest. Some of them have one or two connections with this same ISIS, ASWAP or bandits. That is what we don't know. Okay, look at what happened in, is it Bonu? Also, the governor of Jos saying that those repentant Boko Haram should be brought, should be given proper training to join the, what they call it, the Nigeria Security and Armed Force. Just imagine. And you think it will be easy for those people not to have one or two connections with the so-called bandit Boko Haram or ISWAP. So what are we talking about?
ISWAP.
We are ISWAP. Thank you. We are not, see, Nigeria is not ready. They are not really ready to stop this menace of insecurity in the country, because if they are ready, they know what to do. Our leaders know what to do.
Like,
it's just
your watchword, your life is in your hand, protect it.
Yes, they know what to do. Until they do that which they know it's proper to do, that is when this menace will stop. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Bringing state police and they are not well trained, people who are not well enlightened, people who I don't know how to put it. How do you think it will really bring to an end the menace happening?
Well,
so if there must be a state police, first of all, corruption should be dealt with, because the implementation of corruption in the lives of people, and you are bringing them into a security force. Tell me, how will this nonsense stop? Okay, even our federal police in the country now, Kasi, at least you are a witness to that. You see the way they misbehave all about, and you think insecurity will stop in the country. So my final, just as I said before, my final thought on this once again is that President Tinubu should know what he's doing. He should know what he's implementing in terms of state police or whatever. There should be a diligent training, a diligent we need people who have a good oriented mindset, in order to have a good heart towards safeguarding lives and properties of Nigeria.
Now that the governor's cousin is being affected, let's see what becomes of it.
We hope so.
You do something about it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Having
it's
me
a pleasure
again. Thank you so much
having you. And we've come to the end of the show State of the Matters. Thank you so much for watching. I am Cassie Tony, and it's a bye for now.